Well, hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen, or actually, you are in my kitchen, and I'm where y'all usually are when we're hanging out together. But today, I love me a list because what gets measured gets done. And today, we're going to talk about the upcoming trifecta of holidays: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve, plus a little bonus. I have a milestone birthday on New Year's Eve. I'll be 60, but don't tell anybody. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about being prepared. Now, what I have in my little notebook here, that we hang out on Mondays and I make my list for my week, but I've made some lists of things that we need to think about. One of those is the places you're going to go and the obligations that you have for each holiday, whether it's office parties, church socials, potlucks, New Year's Eve get togethers, bonfires. Think about each one of those and think about the things that you're going to want to do and make a list about the things that you want to take, the food you want to take, even down to what you're going to wear. Because you don't want to do all this other preparation and then get down to 30 minutes before you're supposed to hit the door and you have no idea what kind of threads you're going to put on. So put those outfits together and make sure you don't have any buttons missing, you don't have a seam that needs to be sewn up. Make sure you feel comfortable in it because you want to not be self-conscious the whole time you're there because something's poking you in the ribs. But think about those kind of things. And also think about the dishes that you're going to take or the dishes you're going to fix and have at your house. And I went through my pantry before I went to the store this week and I thought, well, I'm going to think about the things I want to bake and the candies I'm going to make. So I went through the whether I want to make pecan pies, pumpkin pies, I'm going to make myself a coconut cake for my birthday and then some candies that I want to make as well. So I went through all of those supplies to see what I was needing. I needed parchment paper, powdered sugar, brown sugar, and baking powder. So just pick up the things as you go. So you're not just the week before your buggy at the store is just piled up like Mount Everest. You've done a little bit at a time. So pick up those things as you can. And the next week you may think about your sides that you're going to make. Are you going to need sweet potatoes? Are you going to need rice? Are you going to need whatever you're going to need? Butter, chicken stock, whatever it is that you're going to need. Is there anything that you can do in advance? Any vegetables that you could go ahead and chop up and freeze? The ones you're going to saute that don't have to be just, crisp like you're going to do with dip. But the onions and celery, bell peppers, you can go ahead and dice those up, put them in a Ziploc bag, stick them in the freezer, and you're golden. So think about those dishes. And also, if you're having something at your house or you're going to someplace else, you always have, and this is one of the great things I love about the tradition, you have certain people that bring certain things. I have a sister-in-law that makes the best buttermilk fudge that you ever had in your whole entire life. It's wonderful. I have another sister-in-law that makes the best pecan pies. My sister makes the best baked beans. But check with these people and make sure that that's what they want to bring this year. They may want to bring something else. And just check with everyone so you can kind of have a meal that's all laid out. Divinity's great, but if all 7 people bring divinity, everybody's going to be on a sugar high, and you need some protein, y'all. So work on your menu and make sure that you have the things on hand that you're going to need. Also, remember your home. Are you stocked up on paper towels and toilet paper? And this might be a good time to check the date on your acetaminophen and your ibuprofen and make sure they're in date, because if somebody comes down with a headache at your house, you want to be able to give them something that's not out of date. Make sure you have your favorite beverages on hand. I'm hooked on me some y'all sweet tea, y'all. It is so good. Make sure you have your coffee and tea and Cokes and water or tonic water, whatever it is that your crowd, whatever it is they like. Be sure and have some of that on hand, and you don't have to buy it all at once. You can pick up a little bit here and a little bit there. Don't forget the coffee filters, y'all. And paper products. I was at the store the other day and picked up a package of just some pretty holiday plates and desserts, and I've got my my Thanksgiving, I was at the Hobby Lobby, and they had some things on sale, and I got a puzzle. Listen, and if I move this away, you can see my puzzle I'm working on. And I like to put my puzzles together on the, you know, the boards that the kids use to do their science fair project. I like to put my puzzles on that, and then I can just pick them up and take them and slide them under the bed. I've tried that roll thing with the felt. Y'all ain't smart enough to do that. It falls apart. But anyway, and while you're thinking about that, go through your dish drawer, your dish rags. I need a new package of dish rags. These are not going to be, these are not, well, they're clean, but they're stained. So, you know, if you're having people over, you think, well, I just want some more dish rags. There's you a good reason to get you some new dish rags. And then two, there's a couple tools around the house in the kitchen that I find so useful. One of them is a instant read digital thermometer. You want to check that turkey and ham and chicken, whatever it is that you're cooking that's meat. You want to check that to make sure that it's done before you serve it to your guest. And also, a pecan pie is done at 200 degrees in the middle. And it's just a great little thing to have the temperature gauge around. And I did change the battery because the battery was run down. So if you have one, check the battery. Check your candy thermometer and make sure it's still in good working order. And you got to find that little clip that puts it on the saucepan. A set of scales is wonderful. This is just an old set of scales. And but you know, say if you need 4 pounds of sweet potatoes. The worst thing in the world, y'all, before I got my little scale here, my little digital scale, to get 4 pounds of sweet potatoes, I'd have to go stand on the bathroom scale and then pick up until I had 4 pounds of sweet potatoes. Well, you know what happens next? I'm upset because I looked at the number that the bathroom scale says. So, no, we don't want to do that. Pick you up one of these. I got this because I follow a lady. Her name is Kim. She's not me and I'm not her. But her handle is Let Them Eat Gluten-Free Cake, and she is precious, and all of her recipes are wonderful. So if you have gluten-free people in your family, she has a wonderful bread mix, and y'all just check her out. She's fantastic. And if you do have people in your family that have dietetic needs, be conscientious of them, because if they come to your house, especially if it's a guest and they don't feel comfortable bringing their own food, which I do that, so somebody doesn't have to freak out trying to figure out how to feed me, bring my own stuff. But if you have something that's catered to them, you know, if you have a diabetic that's coming and you can make a diabetic friendly chocolate pie, how happy are they going to be? And they're going to feel welcomed. So that's just some good things to do. And this sounds silly, y'all. If you have company coming and they're going to stay at your house in the guest room, dust the light bulbs, okay? Because you know when you go in there and you turn on that light and the first thing it smells like burnt dust. Dust the light bulbs. It's the little things that make people feel welcome. But anyway, I am going to go put me some y'all sweet tea in my empty container because it needs some in it. And I'm going to work some more on my list. And I just hope that y'all have a wonderful November and December and enjoy the holidays that are coming up with your people. And we will see you in the next video, and we'll do something fun. So, hey, y'all go do something fun too while you're out. Hey, put some coins in your pocket or some folding money. So when you walk past the bell ringer, you can put something in there because it will make you feel better. It gives you kind of a dopamine hit. It just makes you feel better just to put something in there. So y'all do that. Get you some walking around money and some coins and whatnot, and put in the kettle. So I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good day.